Dirty trucking, dirty trucking, dirty trucking. Up, can't sleep. I'm trying to get a nap. I've been up since yesterday. Tried to go to sleep, can't sleep. Because they done just got me fucked up with this do not rent list shit. Oh, a bill I don't even owe. And they on here, these YouTubers on here, just pay the bill before you lose access. Motherfucker, I done turned the car in. Access is gone. I'm not gonna pay no bill that I don't owe. These motherfuckers know I don't pay no bill. This shit started because I started looking for an apartment to move the fuck up out of here. These people is trying to make me move to somebody I know that lives in another state house. That's what this shit about. They keep mentioning the name Dave, David, all the pickups like Dave, David, the street David, all day today, all day yesterday. Picking up people, they name David. What the fuck is it with David? What are you doing? Are you sex trafficking me? Are you selecting people that you think I'm supposed to get with? Are you putting people in my presence, think I'm supposed to be selecting them as men to sleep with? What the fuck is going on in this state? One of the passengers lives here in this building. Not my building, but Tower 100. The motherfucker that kicked the back of the damn passenger seat and left his footprint and pulled the rug off from under the seat. Got out the car like he had attitude. Looked like one of those Indian guys. I picked him up in Hamtramck. I'm like, how do your fucking footprint end up in the back seat of the passenger seat in the motherfucking rental car? You got in and you kicked the motherfucking feet. You took your foot and kicked the back of the seat. I took pictures of it. There's a footprint. He did it. I dropped that motherfucker off here. At this apartment complex. That motherfucker lives here. That put the footprint on the goddamn back of the seat and pulled the rug. Everybody been getting out the car, pulling the rug off from under the goddamn seat. You can't get out the car without pulling the rug off from under the goddamn seat. So I was checking the car. Checked the other side of the other side. That rug over there is tight, it's snug. I don't know how that side, the passenger side, back seat, the rug is loose the way they catching it with their feet pulling off from under there. Somebody had to be looking for something in the car. Or either the passenger deliberately just, you was just taking your feet, catching that rug and putting it up under the seat. All this shit started after I went to go view an apartment to move up out this building. I thought my lease was up in June, but it's not. I was informed it's not up until August, which was a bummer because I was ready to get the fuck up out of here. So now, after I go view this apartment, all this shit started. The accelerated lies coming to Uber. Uber, let me tell you all the comments, the lying messages Uber sent me. I received a message that a writer said, my picture don't match my profile. Yesterday, no, it was early today, my very first ride I selected was here in the city of Detroit off of Jefferson over in Lafayette area. On my way to pick this dude up, sends a message, why are you using a fake name? I canceled this ride. I'm not playing games today. Said I'm using a fake name. They've been coming around me, all of them all asking questions about that motherfucking car. And because it had Florida plates. And I told you, Florida is the state that motherfucking psychiatrist, Dr. Stuart Fenton, who was the one that wrote that fucked up ass report. The reason why I never got back to Warren Truck Plant. He's the doctor that Warren Truck Plant handpicked for me to go to. And I never got back to work. Because of the lies he put in his report. The lies he put in his report. Didn't verify shit. You just wrote up a report like you was writing a goddamn school book report off of somebody standing there in front of you telling you shit. Sent it over to the plant. Told him I was severely emotionally disturbed. Needed to be hospitalized on medication off of one visit that was less than 30 fucking minutes. I ain't never seen that man before. First time I ever seen him. I ain't got no mental history in my record. No goddamn where. But this motherfucker claim I'm so severely emotionally disturbed I need to be hospitalized on medication. Dr. Stuart Fenton with his old motherfucking ass. Then fled down to Florida When I filed that lawsuit at the United States District Court, they got dismissed. But this shit that's going on here, somebody's trying to stop me from moving. They want me in a position where I don't have no money because they think I'm finna call somebody to go live with that person because this shit done happened. No, I called somebody. I called an attorney. I'm suing this goddamn state. I'm not tolerating this shit no more. I'm going to audit this apartment. I don't even want to live in this fucking state no goddamn more. I need to get the fuck out of here now. I need to just walk away from everything laying around this goddamn apartment. Everything. I need to leave. These motherfuckers is playing goddamn games. These motherfuckers is playing goddamn games. So let me tell you the game they playing. The apartment I went to go look at was like a townhome. So they've been around here talking about it's a house, it's a house, it's a house. So now they've been playing games of what happened to me at my house on Beaconsfield. They being out here reenacting what I went through at Warren Truck Plant, out here in the street with these motherfucking people. That's exactly what they've been doing. To the point the way they caused exactly what happened, the reason I'm no longer at Warren Truck Plant. They kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me till I said I quit. I resigned. I don't have to put up with this shit. You done it here. Uber's doing it. They customer service reps is involved. Yo, do not rent list. And then it's strange I get a call from that apartment I viewed today. Because I'd already left a message with a young lady there telling them I'm going to have to delay trying to finish the application because my lease not up until August here. So the lady that gave me the tour said, are you still interested in one of our units? I said, no. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to move out of state. And so she said, take you off the list. Take me off the list. So this is what happened. So when I went over there and toured in a townhome to move out of here, she placed me on a list of potential tenants. After I got placed on that list, Uber, Hertz rental car, and they dirty ass rental program call themselves placing me on a do not rent list. This is nothing but a game. They trying to prevent me from moving. They want to make sure I don't have no income to move. They want to make sure I don't have no income to do shit. All this because I'm trying to move, get the fuck out of this goddamn apartment. They've been around here. I had a guy get in the car earlier today, said he used to be an officer, picked him up at one of them popular strip joints on 8 Mile. And the way he was talking inappropriate. I'm just listening to him. Talking inappropriate, try to offer me some McDonald's and White Castle, ask me, do I want that? Then mention about my jazz and something about the radio. And I ended up telling him, I said, I think he asked me to change to put on another station or something he asked. I said, no, that'll be distracted driving. He said, what's distracted driving? I said, you say you're an officer, you know what distracting driving is. He said, no, only thing I know is distracting is when a person is distracted looking at another person. Now, that's inappropriate for what he's talking. Then went to questioning me about why I removed the headrest on the passenger side. I had to remove the headrest because I got a dash cam. And that headrest was blocking the view of who was sitting behind the damn headrest. Then he had the nerve to ask me, where's the headrest? I said, it's on the floor. And he also asked me, what's your name? What's your last name? He want my name. Asking all these questions. One of the passengers. All this shit is because somebody trying to stop me from moving. That is a lie. I don't owe $140. They just did that. They just made that happen. And I heard that Hertz has been around here talking about their cars has been stolen. So I Googled that. And they have been saying they've been falsely accusing riders of stealing their cars and to where they've been getting arrested. Yes, Google it. I was told this by another driver. I didn't even know that. I knew about the sexual harassment lawsuits, which is staged. They were getting people to get in the car and then lie to Uber. They was trying to set up a sexual harassment lawsuit with me by telling Uber I touched you and talked inappropriately. I ain't said shit, bitch. I ain't said a motherfucking thing, bitch. I want to sue your ass, bitch. Uber knows this, bitch. I want to sue your ass. I get your name. I'm suing your ass, bitch. I'm looking to sue them now because of this shit. So let me tell you what was going on prior to all this happening here. Then I get a message from Uber that a writer talking about I said something inappropriate, made them feel uncomfortable. Now they sending me this gender community guideline shit. That had something to do with the foreign guy that kicked the back seat. Talking about I made him uncomfortable. This motherfucker pulled the rug off under the seat, got his footprint on the back of the motherfucking seat. I ain't said nothing to the guy because he got in the car acting like he had a fucking attitude, like he was upset about something, like the bar I picked him up with, he couldn't find a date or something. Now he in there mad, kicking the back seat of the goddamn car. I dropped him off here. That motherfucker lives in Tower 100 at this apartment complex that did that shit. Footprint on the back of the motherfucking seat. Then I'm getting messages from Uber that said a third party. This is the most recent one. This one I got, well, I think it was yesterday, day before yesterday. I think I posted that. A third party individual claimed that I was riding somebody else in the car. I don't ride nobody else in the car. I got a dash cam. They doing all this shit with the dash cam in the car now. All this lying going on here. Your customer service reps, they are foreign and they've been lying. They're laughing at the whole matter when I call. Putting me on hold. Called the Hertz rental location when they told me to call them because I'm trying to find out how did the auto extend date get switched. They said, well, call Hertz rental extension department. Told me to call the location I got the car. Well, they weren't answering the phone that day. You want to know why? Because they got caller ID and they see it's my fucking phone number. That's why I didn't answer that day. Then I had the Hertz extension department tell me they couldn't change the date back. I said, you see my contract says I got this car on December 5th. That's a Tuesday. My auto extend is supposed to be on Tuesday. This motherfucker tells me he can't change it back to Tuesday. That's what he told me. I get a supervisor on the phone today. She told me she can take care of that. I said, well, asked your representative yesterday to put it back to where it's supposed to be. He told me he couldn't do it. Told me to call the rental location. All this shit is a game to get me to call them. And then when I call them, they either laughing on the phone or they put me on hold. All day today. They laughing on the fucking phone and put me on hold. The do not call list people I call. The representative answered the phone. She's laughing. I said, is there something funny? She said, my coworker said something. My coworker said something. Ain't that what I said happened to me at Warren Truck Plant? My coworker said something, got me put off my job. I told you, these motherfuckers you're not my attorney. I don't have no invisible attorney. Why are you letting these people act out shit that happened to me when you didn't do anything about it when it did happen to me? These motherfuckers, because I went and looked at that townhome, they assume it's a house. So we got to play the house game. So they've been doing everything that happened to me at that house. You done put me on a do not rent list for a bill I don't fucking owe. These people been playing games. They've been laughing at me. And it sounds like you trying to hook me up with whoever you want. You've been throwing foreign in my face. Then you act like you get an attitude when I turn down your advances. I'm not here to date. I'm here to make money. And I was doing that until this shit started. These people are the cause of this shit. Uber and that rental program, you're stealing money. You stole money out of my bank. You've been lying about what's going on. You switched my auto extend date. You know, put me on a do not rent list. Then gave me 2 different stories why I'm on the list. First, there was a car on the dang account. I don't believe that. Because I specifically remember when they switched my account over, that he had to use a different car to close my account out. And then after he closed it out and started the new account and got everything transferred over with the new form of payment. I stood there, heard him tell the guy, and watched him tell the guy and show the guy, well, you need to go back in the computer and attach the right car After they did that, they got the payment, gave me my rental agreement. I walked out of there with a rental agreement that said Toyota, 21 Toyota, red, under that contract number. All of a sudden, 3 weeks ago, I'm on the do not rent list, and he mentioned something about there was another car on the list, car on the account. Oh, how convenient. I go out to the car. There's another car on that rental agreement that wasn't there before. All this was to prevent me from moving. I'm not moving to nobody's house. I'm not going to live with nobody. I'm not sleeping with your motherfucking ass. You can't make me sleep with you. You can use a device to act like you sleeping with somebody. That's all you can do, bitch. You're not touching me in that manner. I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not getting with you because I don't want to be with you. And I'm tired of the motherfuckers coming at me in that manner, and I'm not approaching you in that manner. I said I don't want to date. I don't know how many times I got to say that shit. But these motherfuckers here in Michigan seems to think when I say no, that means yes. When I say I don't like something, that means to bring that shit that I don't like around me even more. I'm being harassed. In this apartment, there's illegal entry. There's gang stalking in this state. And this has everything to do with Warren Truck Plant. Then I get a call from that apartment I go to look at. So you want me to take your name off the list? Yeah, take my name off the list. You mean to tell me they put my name on the do not rent list because I looked at an apartment because you was setting it up to end my income? You know what? Let me tell you something. I turned this matter over to God. I did. But that don't stop me from complaining about recent activity, what they're doing. But I'm to the point now where I just want to ask God to. And I shouldn't even have this on my mind. I shouldn't even be feeling this way. But it's because of what they did to me. I mean, God, punish this state. That's what I want. That's the way I feel. That's what I want done. Because they won't stop. You playing games. You done interfere with my income. My head hurt. I've been up all motherfucking day. Trying to sleep. Can't sleep. You playing some rental extension game. You done got all that money out of me. Playing fucking goddamn games with that car. Gonna tell me I'm on a do not rent list. Making up shit. Now I had to turn the car in. I go up to the rental location. The young boy that's always answering the phone. This motherfucker new. I ain't seen him there before in my life. You ain't been there long enough to tell me you can't go in there, the computer, to research the account. But the guy that was there, that did the account transfer, he was there. And I told him, I said, you responsible for this. I done called up here. Y'all telling me to call other people. When it happened here, you did this. You need to go in that computer. He needed to go in that computer, find out how it's saying I owe a 140 when you were switching the car over. But see, the problem is, I don't think it ever said that until recently because I'm trying to move. It didn't say that until recently when I'm trying to move. All this time, I've been calling the extension rental number when I don't have the payment in there to extend the car. They go ahead and freely extend it. Ain't said nothing about no bill, no nothing for months. You talking, this is from the week of 11/27 to 12/5. 12/5 is the day the new contract went into effect. And it was for that week. That same week. Somebody want me homeless? I tell you what, I'm going to accommodate you. I'm throwing all this shit out. I'm going to be homeless. And I'm going to walk around the city of Detroit and tell everybody how my city, my state, with these laws and living in these apartments and working on these jobs with these people calling and lying on me, caused this. I had an apartment. I had money. My state did this. Your laws allowed this. So let me tell you what else. What else happened? I mentioned the one where they said the third party contacted Uber saying I had a rider in the car. But the one before that, I got a rider, complained, said My picture don't match my profile. Don't match my profile. Then I told you about the rioter. They called and complained and said I appeared intoxicated, where my account was on hold for 48 hours. Then I told you about the February 3rd incident when I was deactivated for 6 days, where they said I was touching somebody and talking sexual. But these messages, these complaints just keep coming. They won't stop. They need to be sued. I don't know what's going on with that Hertz rental car, but I know you're stealing. The driver that told me about them cars know you stealing. He said it happened to him. He said he went through the same thing. He said he just got back from being on a 48-hour hold. What are you doing? Talking about when he got his other car, they didn't cancel the original car out. Talking about he owed such and such. He had to call his bank. They didn't cancel the original contract. I stood there and watched them cancel my contract out. So they're not going to run that game on me, talk about they didn't cancel the contract. I was standing right there when he did it. Because if you didn't cancel the contract, I wouldn't have been able to get into the new contract. So you're not going to run that game with me. That's the lie that Hertz rental car and the employees are telling people and making you believe it. They are gaslighting people. You're stealing. You've been lying. I don't owe you any money. And what you've done is the worst mistake you've ever done in your life. I was a diamond driver. I was a professional driver. I was doing good. All these jobs I'm losing. And they all acting out that same worn truck plant shit. Had my case went to court here at the United District State, it wouldn't have happened. Nobody'd be doing this shit. Because there would be a legal case on file for them to refer to. But no, you dismissed the case. Apparently, this state allows gang stalking. They allow illegal entry. And they allow this shit that's happening. All this shit is because of one truck. Every employer I was at, trucking industry, all of them start doing the same shit, mimicking what happened at one truck plant. All of them. Coming up, the men getting over friendly because they think I'm some sexual harasser and shit. Thinking they finna get some play. I ain't gonna tell nobody. I had somebody I ain't gonna tell nobody. Tell somebody what? It ain't nothing to tell, bitch. I need to be telling what the fuck y'all been saying when you get in this motherfucking car. All this shit started when I said, I'm moving up out this shit. When I found out you switched my journal. You switched my journal. You been stealing my underwear. Yes, my underwear was missing. Then they showed back up. Now the bras, I see the washing machine caused that. But I don't know how the one that was in the dirty clothes ended up like that, and I had it on. But my underwear disappeared. The majority of them. And then all of a sudden they just reappeared. Out of nowhere. You've been taking my food. You've been coming here messing with my food. You switch canned goods. Playing some mental game. They used to do that over at Alden Towers. I remember I bought cooking oil. I bought a particular brand. With a particular brand. Came home one day. They had switched to cooking oil. It was the same brand, but it wasn't the right one. You know, they got vegetable oil and canola. It wasn't the right one. They ate my food over there, my barbecue, my potato salad. You was coming in there moving the camera around. Oh, but I'm crazy. Now you're doing it here. It's these women, these young girls, these men. What the fuck is wrong with you? You devils? You demons? You evil? You can't be attending church and doing what you doing here. These phone operators. Is it personal? Why are you doing that to me? What? Why are you doing that to me? Why in the fuck are you doing that? They hired these workers here. And these workers been getting on the phone lying, gaslighting, telling me anything. And you running a program here where they've been stealing. Everybody knows it. Uber is being sued up the ass. And then I didn't know Hertz was being sued. I just found out that through the Uber ride home. Now I'm back without a vehicle. Got to catch the bus. Ain't got no money but a couple of $100. Phone bill due. All these bills finna come rolling in. This the week where all the other bills will be coming in. I ain't got the money. I'm going to let the phone get cut off. That will end my biggest problem. When this phone is disconnected, when it cut off, I'll be free of you because you won't be able to contact me. When the internet get disconnected, you won't be able to bother me. And that's going to be in a matter of time. When that happens, TikTok, that's going to happen quickly. Should have done what you've done. Telling me to go pay $140. You know what $140 is? That's the local, the UAW local at Warren Truck Plant that fucked over my ass. I don't owe that shit. I don't pay that shit. I don't owe that shit. You let motherfuckers come around telling about you owe this, they pay this and all this, and they'll be doing that shit. These motherfuckers is scamming. This is a scam, and you've been stealing that shit. You've been stealing. And now you lying about money I owe. This is money you took out of my account that you shouldn't have. The bank got back, and you trying to take it back. And then you use this as an excuse. First you said it was a car on the account, the reason why I was on the do not rent list. That's what they said the first time. Now it's, I owe a bill. You got that straight. I ain't on the do not rent list. Because I made a video after the lady told me that. No, I said, oh, now all of a sudden I ain't on the do not rent list. I said, am I going to have this problem next week? She said no. But I have this problem every time the auto extend fails and I have to call that number. That's when it started. The auto extend message is not telling me I'm on a do not rent list. It's the workers. Like it was the workers at the location in Clinton Township on South Gratiot. It's the workers. Your workers are responsible for this. And if cars is coming up missing and reported stolen, then your workers are responsible for it. Don't blame the computer. You put the shit in the computer. You knew what you was doing. Talking about the case wasn't closed out. Yes, it was. Only way I can get a new contract. You had to close out the first one. So you ain't finna run that on me like you told that guy to pick me up. You done what you done. Now I got to deal with what you done. But I tell you what, I'm getting out of this state. I'm gone. I'm done. I can throw this shit out right now and walk the fuck away. Pack my suitcase, walk the fuck out of here. And you can be like, where's she going? Where's she going? You can get on the bus and follow me all you fucking want to. But I suggest you not fucking do that. You'd done enough following of my ass. You'd have been enough around me, accusing me. Now you trying to use jury duty as another form to arrest me. I'm sick of this fucking state. This state makes me sick.